Hello there, it's Sharon Weller from Perth, Australia, with our live broadcast for today. I don't know exactly what happened, but I'm sure I put my link in our rota yesterday. So I don't know, it's having one of those crazy days. I was hoping that I would be completely well after having a cold, but it looks like my asthma has kicked in, so you can't win. Anyway, I wanted to talk about, I was watching a video and it was really, really sad. But I believe that our coin will help this country out. Now, I know we're in the building stage of building TBC up, and I know all members know that. It's not a quick fix getting the TBC, the billion coin, readily accessible, so you can draw funds on it. Nothing is that simple. When you're building up a new coin like this one, it takes time, perseverance, dedication from the members that see the vision for what it is. The hopes and dreams of many, many, many people lie with this coin. I mean, I would say give it around about 5 years. And even though we're trading with this coin today in various parts of the world, about 5 to 6 years, I would believe that it is as stable as wheat bixes on the table. So in saying that, I wanted to talk about a country about the lost children of Zimbabwe. Now, I know for a fact at one stage, Zimbabwe used to be as green and lush as any other country of the world at one time. When I was raising my children and when they were at school, they would be studying on Zimbabwe. And what really got to me was the greenery of the country. But most importantly, to me, it came out when I first saw this video, but not so much this video, but when I first started watching about Zimbabwe, it was about the same time as the movie The Colour Purple came out. The two are not, one's a movie that you go to the pictures to watch, the other one is fact. So that is what got me interested about how green that Zimbabwe was. The education system of that country was amazing for the children. There was a place for every child in school. The young were always there was work. There was work available for the young. When they left the country and went to the city, there was work. It may have not been what they were searching for, but it was work, and that's all that mattered. and the children going to school. They were eating meals. It may have been 2 a day, definitely 1 a day, but the whole point of it all was they were eating, and on a regular basis. The country was thriving. The commercial sector was right up there with the rest of the industrial cities of the world. So what happened? We are 2018. What happened? I'm saying that it's about a 20-year gap. But how could a country that was thriving in the workforce and the education system was thriving could suddenly, well, over a period of time, fall in disrepair? I suppose the governments had a lot to do with it. I suppose the economy had a lot to do with it. And I know, and this is the other thing, but and I know the elite had a lot to do with it in an indirect way. So during that movie, which was based on 2 sisters being raised by their father and a young girl who was taking care of her HIV mother and her baby sister, the child was no older than 11, and she too had the illness of HIV. She had an older sister, but she was run off the land by the mother's brother. The saddest part of that movie was when, I mean, those children knew hunger. They know hunger. I mean, I'll never experience what these children went through. My children, my grandchildren will never, ever experience hunger like these children have experienced, to the point where that poor child of 11 would eat mud. Now, we all know that mud is hard to come by because it hasn't rained for such a long time. So, I mean, it's dust and a bit of water, and yeah. So, all I could think of at the time was, I wish that our TBC coin, it was like, you wish somebody would wave a magic wand and take away the pain and the hunger that these children were forced to endure. Now, I know there's no magic wand, but we do have a coin. It's just going to take a bit of time to get to children like the ones that's on this movie, to help them. But there's got to be more. I mean, when you're looking at a problem of that size, and trying to turn that problem around, where do you start? Do you start to try and fix up from the bottom? Do you start in the middle? or do you tackle the top? It's hard to describe. It's hard to describe how, you would fix a problem that overwhelming. The size of the problem is enormous because you have a government involved. We know we have the answer. Actually, we have the answer to a lot of things that could fix a lot of problems. But getting this coin out there is one of the hardest things I've come to learn. It's not that simple getting the message out there. When you look at the broadcasters, you can actually, there's not very many 24/7 broadcasters. But here's another thing. Those that are broadcasting, the majority of them are over 50. So that means there is a lot of youth out there that haven't stepped up. A lot of us parents would have signed up our children, and in some cases our grandchildren. So when you look at those numbers, it doesn't add up to the broadcasters that are actually broadcasting. There is a gap. What I'm saying is, the more that gets this message out there of all ages, it makes a difference. I'm just one voice. My other TBC members that are doing live broadcasts, we are a few, considering how big our membership is. Now, I wish like there was 100 of myself, and then we could do these broadcasts, get this message out repetitively over and over and over and over again until somebody in the Zimbabwean government hears this annoying woman talk about this coin. What is TBC, the billion coin? We all want and can't wait until the coin matures and becomes available. But I keep remembering why this coin was created: to feed mankind, to lift them out of poverty. And watching that movie last night, honestly, it was very hard to not think that that is the lowest I've seen a child when they resort to eating mud. It virtually made me want to crawl inside my screen and just, I don't know, take whatever food that I could grab and give it for that child, because I already saw the end before I got halfway through the movie. Movies like these never end good. There's hope. We have to have hope. We have to hang on to that, because without it, without hope, we have despair. And that's when anarchy comes in. So I can only keep encouraging our members to keep doing the live broadcasts, and to, if, you know, I know we are repetitive. I know I always try and change my live broadcast. You know, I don't try and dwell on the sadness of the topic, because it pretty much is sadness all over the world at the moment in some form or another. And if we don't have the answer to help with the problem, then the unthinkable will happen. Now, here's the thing. We do have the answer. It's a brilliant answer. And I don't know why, but we seem to be a little bit stagnant right now. We haven't come to a crossroads. I don't think that, because our numbers keep growing. But and look, the media, whatever's going on in the media, and it's usually to do with one or two people, and the first one starts with the letter T, and he monopolizes every media outlet on the internet. And I never believe what's on the news on TV. That's even monitored. So you never know whether you're getting the whole truth, a half a truth, or what they think they want you to hear is the truth. So if we have a coin that was created to lift mankind out of poverty, we have that. 3,200,000 plus members are currently spreading the word of our coin. It's not a crypto coin, because it's not on the the market. You won't find it there. You'll never see it there. The coins that have reached the market are volatile. Everybody knows how volatile the value of the Bitcoin is. When it's up, it's great. But when that coin drops, and it can drop within a matter of minutes, it is quite, okay, one moment, I'll just be back. Sorry about that. Where was I? Oh, yes, the stock market. So our coin is and will never, ever, ever be on the stock market or any market of any kind. It doesn't need to. The value of our coin is raised by the membership. As a new member joins TBC, the Billion Coin, it raises the value of the coin up. We also have interest on a daily basis, anywhere between 1 to 5% on the value of our coin. 1 to 5%. That is, I can't say humongous, but enormous in its own right. I know that when TBC finally matures, I've already got projects in mind on how to help. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. Nothing's ever easy. If it was easy, why would I do it? But when I watched this movie, and here's the thing, the movie I watched before that was called Thrive. If you ever want to see the wheels of how the elite works, watch that movie. Thrive, Thrive. Watch that movie and then watch The Children of Zimbabwe. So we have an answer. There is you know, what's that saying? Is it greener on the other side? I believe it is. But I also believe that it just doesn't happen on its own. It needs help. These children need help. I don't know when that movie was made. Those children in that movie probably do not walk this earth anymore. But I am sure there are countless children just like them. And I know that the homelessness and the hunger, I just don't know where these children get their drive from. And they have got so much that they have to fight against. But there is light at the end of this tunnel. It's not going to come quickly, but it will come. We have many, many organisations out there at the moment that are currently helping countries like Zimbabwe. And Zimbabwe isn't the only country that is suffering, but there are countless third world countries that are suffering. But when you watch the movie Thrive and you see the money being drawn out of these third world countries to put in the pockets of the elite, really, it just drives one insane to see it happening. But, you know, we can only do so much. Now, every time I talk about what I have read or viewed, it always leaves me feeling sad. Sad for those children in that video. Documentary, really. And what's so real is you can see the pain written in her eyes, all over her face. And she's literally telling you where it hurts. I am glad that that my children don't never experience that. But I am saddened that they were once a thriving country. You know, what happened? How did they go from being so rich in resources to eating mud? And I can't wait for the TBC coin to mature, because there are a lot of children in the world that are suffering just like the ones in that country. So I'm going to end it there. Tried to lift it out of unhappiness, but I just couldn't. I promise that tomorrow we're going to, I'm going to pick another topic and maybe lift us out of how I'm feeling right this minute. So I'd just like to thank everyone that has been along viewing or watching me, especially Doc Joe. Hi, Joe, and thank you for being here this evening. I know it's freezing right now. So this is Sharon Weller saying good night from Perth, Australia, and we'll see you back here, same time, with a different subject, and I promise not to be so doom and gloom. So until then, bye from me.